Hello everybody, my name is FretX and welcome to Distant Worlds 2, a brand new Space 4 strategy game coming out on the same day I'm releasing this video. Now, the developers have been nice enough to give me an early copy, and I thought just as well I should make a video on it. So we're actually going to start a new game from scratch just to show off some of the early game stuff and also some of the cool stuff you can do in the game. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on the galaxy creation. I'm pretty much going to say I'm going to go for a basic map. I'm going to go for 1,000 stars because 2,000's a bit ridiculous, everybody. You'll see why when we get into the game. 1,000's a lot of stars, trust me. And I guess we'll go on like a, I don't know, semi-large map for in terms of space. The settings I've already got all set up and stuff. You can, as you can see, you can do lots of stuff. You can start at like the maximum tech level, or you can start as a little pre-warp, little peasant like ourselves. That's what we're going to be doing. It's like, what's a spaceship? We don't know. We don't know. Anyway, also as I have played the game quite a bit in my own time, I'm going to put it on hard mode because I'm a hard lad. What can I say? But everything else I'm pretty much going to leave on normal, apart from tech trading, because screw that, everybody. If you want to get technology, you steal it or you research it. Simple as that. Now, I got to say, you can also change the amount of, non-Empire related enemies in the game. I have actually, the first thing I did when I got the review copy is I went onto a 2,000 star map, and I put on very many pirates. And I got to tell you, everybody, this is not lying. If you put this on, there are very many pirates. I think I found like 16 different pirate clans in the first 10 minutes of the game. So if you want to have a good time and just get blown up by pirates, I recommend this button. If you want to actually play the game and not die, I recommend normal mode, everybody. Just don't go there. But anyway, apart from that, let's go for there's some other things you can do as well. I do actually turn down independent colonies because I kind of like the world, like the galaxy being like an open field instead of being a sparsely populated location myself. But that's just me. So we're actually going to be playing the humans because why not, right? I am a human after all. I can relate to a human because it is me. Now these guys are pretty how do I say, they're kind of like a jack of all trade kind of guy. They like some research, they like some missiles, and they like blowing people up. So pretty much just what I'm like, to be honest. Don't take that as that's a joke, everybody. Calm down, calm down. Now, there are different races in the game, as you can tell. Each race has its own different techs, different personalities, and different designs and ship sets and stuff. So at release of the game, there are 7 races. They all feel pretty different, I gotta say. Like, for instance, the Teekans are like a little trading race. The Boscaras are just horrible insects that eat everybody. It's disgusting. And, of course, you got these dolphin people, which just like flying around. What can I say, really? But as I said, we are going to play as the humans. We're going to be playing as a very friendly, not plague rats. No, that's for another game I'm playing. That's for my stream. That's for something else. We're going to play as a beautiful monarchy, and we're going to be the Valorian Kingdom. Why not, right? That sounds about right to me. And I think apart from that, we're ready to go. Now, you can notice, by the way, there's different types of governments based on who you are. You can pick different ones. If I was like the insect race, I could pick a hive mind. If I'm I don't know, the Teekans, I can pick a merchant guild, that kind of stuff. But like I said, we're going to go for a monarchy. I am English, so it's in my heart. We have to be a monarchy, and off we go. Oh, sighting situation. I want to start at the far regions. We can go in from the far regions and move in. I like playing the games that way. I don't know why. I always like playing from the edge and moving in. Am I weird? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. There's some victory conditions. It's not a big deal. It's fine. I know when I've won when I kill everybody in the galaxy. That's how I'm going to play the game. Okay, everybody, let the games begin. So this is a quick introduction to your choices you made at the setup screen. So I'm not going to read through it. Don't worry. It pretty much just tells you you're the Valorian Kingdom. You're humans. Your leader's apparently good at tourism income. Interesting. I'll take it. And also, apparently we're primitive, but we've been told to explore, expand, and conquer, which I definitely intend to do. So we can press let's get started, and it's going to zoom us into our new home world, which is pretty cool, by the way. I like the zoom in effect at the start. In we go. Hello there. This is the world of... What is that name? Ukraine 4. I tell you what, I don't like that name. We're going to change it. Screw you, name. Let me just quickly do some research. I will explain this later, don't worry. We're just going to do it while we're talking. So that's all running off and starting now. So I'm going to change this name to the Valoria, our capital city of beautifulness. And it's got a little intro to the game. So each race has its own different custom story. I'm not going to read it all, don't worry. But just as a generalization, there's been a general cataclysm there's been a horrible event in the galaxy. That event has caused species to be scattered. It's caused them to become like isolated, and over time forget the technology and knowledge they used to have. So kind of explain here that we actually are a survivor in an ancient human city ruin on our planet, which gives us some bonuses, by the way. And we pretty much just lived here for a long period of time. Over the years, though, we have learnt a few things from the ruins, and we figured out how to use space travel, but we cannot use hyperdrive yet, for instance. Now, the story kind of explains that we need to try and perhaps find our ancestors and try and figure out what happened to us in the past. And we've also been given a bonus towards early warp field experiments, which is hyperdrives and research labs. So that's pretty much the general thing there. Like I said, I have kind of gone over this slowly, so if you want to pause it and read it yourselves, please go ahead. I just can't read that well because I'm an idiot, so that's take me too long. Well, I can read perfectly fine. It's just reading too much. I'm not a fan of, but you know, it's totally fine. Anyway, so here we are at the start of Distant Worlds 2. Now, you can see already there's a few things happening. We're actually building some things already. So my little planet is building a few starting ships. It's building a construction ship. These guys are very important. They fly around and they actually build mining stations, resort bases, research labs around the galaxy. You also have another very important thing, which is... Wait, where is it? There it is. It's already here. The exploration ship. These guys find out what is inside these various planets, asteroid belts and kind of things. And then you can see what's inside and actually mine it or do whatever you want with it. So those are the starting things there. And the final thing we're building, apart from these guys over here, is a star base. This is actually like the kind of central hub of your planet. This is where most of the traders will come in to drop off resources, and also where you would be able to actually build ships to actually expand out as well. The planet can build ships like it's doing at the moment, but it's very bad at it. So you definitely want to have a star base, otherwise it's going to be a very, very slow game for you. Apart from that as well, you can see there's a few other ships as well. Like the game's building a cargo shuttle. They're also building some miners as well. They're not finished, as you can tell. They're not being built yet. They get their turn. The planet can only build one thing at a time. So like I said, it's very slow. Also, look at this little guy here. Shooting out those little probes. Look, they're adorable. Look at them. And now you can see he's actually reporting that he's discovering resource on these lands as well. Ooh, I could build a research lab here. We'll talk about that in a bit later though. So when I start a new game, I always do one thing, which is to get myself some hyperdrives. This is very important. So hyperdrives let you move at a very fast speed. So at the moment we have no form of fast travel. So if my ship wants to go from, say, here to... Where is he going? Survey UH... I don't know where that is. What direction are you going in, friend? Oh, he's only over there. That's fine. If you want to go from here to here, he would have to move at speed 65. Now, that's not very fast, everybody. We'll show you in a second, but as soon as this technology at the top here is finished in 20 days, it will unlock the first hyperdrive. And this first hyperdrive moves at the speed of 10,000 K a second. Compared to the speed of 68, that's quite a bit different there. So before you do anything, I would recommend you just turn on hyperdrive research and just sit it out. You just wait for it to finish and then you just do other stuff. Because otherwise you're going to take years to get anywhere and it's going to be a complete waste of time. So as I said here, we have unlocked hyperspace technology. This will, as I mentioned, let us explore faster, quicker, and further away from our homeworld. Now, I'm going to quickly set up more research for the next version of it, which is actually the real hyperdrive. This one's kind of like a prototype, really, but you know what I mean. We'll get that going, and it would be finished in 3.5 years. Perfect. Okay, so let's go to the ship designer. Now, this game lets you design ships as much as you want. If you want, you can literally just say, no, I don't want to do anything. You can put everything on automatic design and it will do it for you. You haven't got to worry about doing anything. This game is quite unique that you can actually automate every single part of this game. You can literally just watch the AI play the game for you and do absolutely nothing. Or you can be like a fleet commander and run around with your fleets instead. It's a pretty cool system. But anyway, I'm going to design myself a exploration ship. Now, I'm not going to do much in it because the only thing I want to do is just change the current design to add on a hyperdrive. So we're going to call this type of ship a Discovery class exploration ship. We're going to have a quick look at it. It's pretty cool if you ask me. And we're going to add on a hyperdrive. Now, very quick explanation. You unlock components which do various things. They have different categories. So for instance, down here we got the white fellas, which are like general components. They will go into the design bays on the ship, but only in the white slots. Where an engine's yellow, and the engine will go into a yellow slot, that kind of thing. Now, as we already have maximum amount of stuff filled in here, we have to get rid of one of these fuel cells, and I'm going to add in the skip drive. Now, the skip drive is not very good anyway, so we're happy with the issues, because right now, for instance, over here, you see it's got a bit of red. That means there's not actually enough energy produced in the ship to move at full speed. Like I said, I don't care at the moment, because this ship is only going to be going around our solar system anyway. It's not going to be flying around the galaxy. It's not a problem. So we got that going, and I think that's all I need to do, to be honest. I'm happy with that for now. It's just a basic design just to fly around the galaxy. We'll do exactly the same thing for construction ship, which we will call the Pioneer. And this guy is going to be given a random skip drive as well. What we do though, we get rid of these missiles. We need some more room, and I'll put on a basic space reactor. So every ship hull has a space limit. So you see here it's got size 474 out of 475. So each component on the left hand side here has a value. See, this one's 25, this one's 8. That is the size of that component. You can only add on as many components as you have slots, but the size limit cannot go over this value over here. So you kind of got a balance between both. Better technologies may have more efficient types of components, which do the same thing in a better way, so you can actually save room for other stuff. So that's how that kind of thing works very basically. So we save that and we get going. So I'm going to build myself right away another 3 exploration ships. I can't afford it. I'm already poor. I can't believe it. Oh no. I was going to build myself another 3 exploration ships, but apparently I can't afford it. So we just build 2 instead. Now, as time goes on, you may already see it. The shipyards are already building multiple ships. And you're thinking, I only ordered 2 ships. That's because the AI has a civilian economy. Everything in the game is required to be mined by some kind of station or ship, like this fella right here. And then someone needs to actually fly over. Well, that's good timing. Someone needs to fly over to the station, pick up the goods, and take it back to a manufacturing hub to be processed or whatever. If it's like for a construction, it needs to go back to a shipyard to be built into. If it's like a luxury good, it needs to go back to a planet to be used by the population, that kind of thing. So as you can see right here, it's gone over, it's picked up the resources, and now it's going to go and drop it off at my starport to actually provide resources for construction. So this game's got a very, very deep simulated economy where it's not just magic numbers saying, I've got 5 alloys. You actually need to have the 5 alloys moved from your location to your starport. It's pretty cool. So yes, if you want to be a real, like, horrible person, you can blockade an enemy planet. They will just starve out. It would be a disaster. For them, not for you. As well, while we're talking about stuff, by the way, so that's pretty cool I like as well, is research is pretty unique in this game. I want to say unique. It's a cool way of doing research. So in some games you have like just like plus 60 research points. It's kind of the same in this, but it's a little bit more dynamic. So if I go into the research screen here, see we've got 54 research, which is just used to up this research, right? Simple as that. You can only build research labs if you have a research location. So this place right here, this moon, happens to have a location bonus of plus 19% construction research. That's actually really good, by the way. That's a massive bonus. Now, this lets us build a research lab, which gives us general research points, but also any construction research will move 19% faster in terms of the efficiency. So that's pretty handy. Now, unlike other games, you can't just go like, oh, I build 50 research labs in my homeworld and I'll be sorted, right? No. It has to be a location in the map. And also, later on in the game, if I want to do like advanced laser technology, I would need like, say, plus 20% research in laser weapons to even be able to research that. So it kind of promotes you going out into the galaxy and fighting people to get research locations to actually expand your own research, or you're going to fall behind. Now, it's not completely based on research stations. You can get buildings later on as well, which give you research bonuses, but they're very expensive. For the most part, I would just recommend killing people to get more land, if you ask me. But I'm a very aggressive person, so what can I say? Anywho, as that's going on, we're also getting ourselves a little bit more money, and I think, have we got those exploration ships finished? We do. They're flying around doing stuff. Perfect. Now, they've already walked away, and they've already started looking at different parts of the map. I need more, though. We need more. I cannot say 3 exploration ships is enough. I actually wanted to get 4. Let's try and build ourselves one more. And then after that, we'll try and build some construction ships, because we need to do that quickly as well. Now, something else that's happening as well. I mentioned about these civilian ships. if you go into the starport, can we show it off now? Right now, we can't. I was gonna. Oh, there you go. So civilians build their own logistics ships. They handle logistics for you anyway. You can't even do it manually if you wanted to. They will manage moving resources around by themselves without any involvement from you. The only thing that you need to do is make sure that they're safe from pirates and that they have the resources to actually pick up and move around. That's pretty much your limit here. So if I go and look at this ship, for instance, I get paid every time someone buys a ship. Because I have the starport, every time a civilian goes, oh, I want to build a new freighter, you get paid to build it, which is pretty cool. Same thing when it comes to like upgrading new designs, new technology. They go and pay you to get those new technologies installed on their ships. So you always get some kind of income from just the game itself, building new ships and stuff that get destroyed, and stuff like that. To quickly show how that works, by the way, if I go to my planet Valoria, and I look here, you can see my planet makes 26,000 revenue. Now that goes into the civilian economy, where I tax them 14% to get £3,000 of that into my own coffers. So if I go to, where is it? Valorian, state economy, go down the bottom here, private economy. So currently they're making 25 or 26k a year, and they're spending, let's say, like 1.3k on maintenance of ships. They're spending like nearly 3k on taxes, 2k on fuel, and they did spend £8,500 on building new ships. So you can kind of see how that works, kind of like a pretty cool system where it kind of like symbiotic to you. Anyway, apart from that, we've actually finished researching the stable warp field generator. So what I'm going to do, before we actually fly off too far, I'm going to go and check out the tech tree. So I'm actually going to get myself some advanced nuclear fission. So like I may have mentioned earlier, the new warp field is way better than the old one. We show it off properly in a second when this is finished. But the downside is it requires more energy. So I actually, before I make any new ship designs, I want to make sure I got better drives and production for energy to actually use ships efficiently to fly out into the galaxy as a whole. So hopefully, when this is finished in 2 years, it's quite a long time. Can I speed this up? Yes, I can. It would be done. So what I just did there, by the way, you can actually spend money to crash research, or I guess crash is a weird word, crunch research. So it pretty much makes it move at double the speed for monetary value. And it also, in my instance, it kind of protects me from issues. So if you have a tech which hasn't been crunched or crashed, you might have random events. It may randomly get faster, it may randomly get slower. But if it's already been paid to be fast-tracked, then it would actually always be at a fast speed. You haven't got to worry about it at all. Because what happens to me normally, I normally get to like 99% of a tech and it goes, oh, the scientist farted in the lab and we had to burn it down with fire, so we lost all the research. Something like that. So in this situation, it does mean that I do get protected from the random events from screwing me over, which happens to me all the time. Anyway, apart from that, we're just looking at the guys fly around. As you can see, though, as the game goes on, we're getting some ships fly around between systems to actually just move stuff around. There's some mining ships mining. There's some exploring ships exploring, stuff like that. I think it's a pretty cool system, if you ask me. As I said, it gets pretty crazy later on when you have like hundreds of ships coming and going as well. Hello there. Look at this guy. This guy's a chain smoker. Look at him go. He's this is my 50th cigar in this last 10 seconds. Okay, so we found a pirate clan. Pirate clans aren't very nice people. They will come and try and kill us. Now, should we try and fight them? I'm going to go in. Wait, give me a second. I'll show it off. This is a pirate ship here. It's very angry and it's going to blow us up. Unfortunately for us, I have no defenses. I have no shields, I have no armor, and I have no weapons or military ships. So we won't be able to survive this. They're just going to kill us. I'm trying to see it here without these guys blocking the screen too much. Yeah, already there's 7 pirate ships. Yeah, I'm going to pay these guys off so they don't kill me. I accept your deal, sir. Yep, I do not want to fight them. So I don't normally like paying pirates money. Oh, now they're fighting each other. Perfect. But until we get military ships going, I do not want to get destroyed, because they can literally destroy your game. If they cut off your supply of like resources, you can just lose right away. But the good thing is, though, the pirates are normally at war with each other. So these are 2 different pirate clans, and they're going to try and kill each other. Which is pretty cool. Now, combat in this game is pretty awesome. You've got those different types of weapon types and stuff like that. But for the most part, every weapon has like a different attack and different feel. So this guy is using, what's this, point defense weapons? Yeah, point defense weapons, and he's also got a railgun, where this guy just has a bunch of missiles. Now, missiles don't fire very often. In fact, you can see it trying to fire, but getting blown up. There you go. They'll figure out, they'll figure out. I feel bad for this pirate, though, because does he realize there's an entire fleet of enemy pirates? This guy's screwed. Is he not going to run away? Oh, I think he's dead. I think he's messed up. What an idiot. Get him. Get him. Now, I think this guy's going to escape before anything bad happens to him, but... yeah, he's going to escape everybody. He's getting out of there. And off he goes, never to be seen again. Anyway, that's a little bit of combat there anyway. Like I said, luckily for us, we've paid off both pirates, so we haven't got to worry about them killing me, but still. Go another pirate clan. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, this is one of those story events. Hey, old dirt cider. We are the Ghost Fleet, and we have long watched over your primitive world. Our oldest legends tell us that many, many years ago, some of our ancestors settled among you. As a result of all the plague-filled dirtballs of the galaxy, we've been a bit protective over yours, and we generally discourage other clans from raiding you. Have you not seen these two clans that attacked me? You're doing an awful job, sir. Awful job. What was he saying? Anyway, the legend has also that someday you would take to the stars again, which I just have, and that when the day come, we would be able to rejoin our dirt-based ancestors in one happy new clan. Well, seeing as this has now happened, we figure it's time for a chat. The only thing is, we've been rereading the legends and also talking over the cost of protecting your dirt ball over the generations, and the legends say that rejoining you will return us to prosperity. We figured this means you may need to pay us, and if you do, we'll know the prophecy was right and we'll join up with you. Otherwise, well, I guess we all know not all the stories turn out to be true. What do you say? So I can say no or yes. I have to pay them anyway, otherwise they're going to kill me. So if I paid them, something might not happen. The Ghost Fleet has integrated into our empire. There you go. So different factions, different stories. So in the humans instance, we just literally just get free units, everybody. We get like a free starbase, free pirate ships. It's pretty handy. And I think as well they give us some technology. Yeah, they have. I'm not going to read all this. This is a lot of text. If you want to read it, everybody, you can pause now. You can have a look at it. I'll scroll down past this our last order thing. You can pause again. Feel free to read it. The summary is, though, some stuff happened, and we had to deal with it. And also, we've been given advanced nuclear fission and proton ionization as a technology. And even more than that, we've also been given a bunch of pirate ships, which we can use to defend our system. So where are they? There's one. Now, these are pretty funky, but these are not what our ships are like at all. These are different types of ships. These are pirate ships. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to put all 4 of them into a fleet. Wait, am I going to do that? Yes, I am. And that fleet... oh, that's weird. I'm trying to... there you go. I'm going to automate this fleet to be on defensive. They're just going to defend my system for me automatically. And what I'm going to do then, that's the final thing I'm going to do, I'm going to break the defensive pact with the pirates. Now, my hope is that these 4 pirate ships will be able to defend me from enemies without having to actually be too worried about it. Because, of course, if I paid them money, I'm losing £3,000 a day at the moment. That's not good. That's pretty bad. Also, I probably should research some more stuff. Give me a second. Let's research ionization. Let's also research... what do we want next? I feel like we would need some armor plating, shields. Let's also get ourselves research labs for now. We'll do some more later on. So I'm going to go back to those pirate clans and I'm going to say, screw you guys, I'm not paying you anything. They're going to come back. They're not going to be very happy. So me doing that, now, I actually haven't got to worry about the... he's still trying to sell me stuff. About my income going negative, because we actually get making plus money again. But it will mean we'll be under attack very shortly. Now, where's my fleet? There it is. These guys will defend us, hopefully. If not, we'll just die horribly. It's certainly fine. Now, also, I think it said it gave me a random starbase somewhere. I don't actually want it. Where is it? Let me have a look. Where is the starbase game? Ghost Fleet Base in the middle of nowhere. Now, this thing costs me some influence, okay? So if I go and look at the thing here, it's costing me £448 a year to maintain. It doesn't even do anything. It's just sat out here doing absolutely nothing in the middle of nowhere. It's quite far away as well. I'm going to destroy this, but I have to wait a little bit first. So this game actually has characters in it, which give you certain buffs, and also has artifacts, and we've got one of each. So inside this place is the final orders of the 8th Fleet, which actually gives us a bonus of plus 10% development on colonies, and also reduced war exhaustion for the entire empire. Very, very good stuff. So we have to wait until, where does it say, the 2759th year, which is very, oh, it's in like a month. That would be transferred to my homeworld, and I think this guy is being transferred as well. He is, he's also being transferred. Once those guys have moved off the station, I'm going to destroy it and save myself some money. I do feel bad for this ghost base though. We'll join you, friend. We can be friends. I've destroyed your base. Oh. Not too great then. Not too great. How are we looking, game? Are they gone? They're gone. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want you anymore. Get out of my sight. Gone. You may think it didn't explode. It's because I can't see here anymore. It did explode. I just can't see it explode because I've already lost vision range. Okay, anyway, let's go back over here. So now we're making a little bit more money, and also while I was yabbering, we also got ourselves the enhanced hyperdrive and the fusion reactor. So we're going to go and upgrade our ships again. If I go to Discovery again, and I'm going to put it into Mark 1 mode, because now it's a real design, it already has the warp bubble generator. If I go to hyperdrives, you can see here you can compare stuff directly. The warp bubble drive is a new one, and it's actually more efficient in pretty much every way apart from a few. It's more efficient in terms of size it takes up, in terms of crew it needs. Its speed is 20 times higher. Its jump range is, what even is that? That's a lot faster. 40 times? I don't know. It's a lot faster, everybody. It's a lot faster. But can I just say, what is M? What does M mean? Jump range, 3M. I don't know. I'm going to call it 3 Megatrons. That's my current measurement for this game. It's 120 Megatrons compared to 3 Megatrons. Now, a problem I mentioned earlier, which we kind of glossed over, is the energy. So as this is a real hyperdrive, it's not the best hyperdrive, but it does work. We are using a lot of energy to use it. So it's only moving at 75k instead of 200k it can use. So if I go in general and I increase the amount of energy reactors I have, you'll see it will not only go faster, but also increase the range when I fix this. Done. So that's the amount of energy you need to actually just use the hyperdrive. If you haven't got enough energy, it's not more efficient, it's just worse. It goes slower and it uses the same amount of fuel. So you want to make sure you have the correct amount of fuel for your hyperdrive ships, otherwise you're going to be wasting time and also wasting energy. What we do need to do though, is it's apparently too heavy. But we have missile. Why is there missiles everywhere? No missiles. Get rid of the missiles. Okay, done. This is going to be a very basic design. I'm not going to... There's no defense on it, so we have to upgrade it again later on, but it will be able to travel along the stars and explore different places, so pretty handy. Discovery Mark 1 is finished. Also, we're going to upgrade the Pioneer with the same thing. Oh, this one already has another drive. Handy. Cool. Yeah, cool. Pioneer Mark 1. Done. I'm happy with that. So those are now going to go and upgrade when they can in the starport to start exploring the stars. And as I got 10 grand, I'm going to build even more ships. Whereas exploration ships, we currently have 4. I want 6. I can't afford it. We're so poor. We're so poor. I can't help myself. We'll get some more though. Oh, we found a race of Securians, which is another race in the galaxy. Now, these are pretty... Where is it? Where are they? Where are they? Over here. That's pretty cool. So you might find random races are kind of just like out and about in the galaxy. They're not actually doing anything. They're kind of just sitting there. But if you actually increase relations with them and make trade pacts with them, you can actually try and integrate them into your race peacefully. Or if you're aggressive, you can just land some troops there and kill them with some armies. But it's up to you. But it does mean you can quickly try and expand to get new species. And also you can get yourselves new land quickly as well. But we're under attack. Oh no. Wait, they're attacking my homeworld? How dare they? So what they just done here, they have just landed pirate raiders on my homeland. Now I have 2 military units already defending it, but unfortunately, if they stay on here for too long, they will actually raid me and take some of my stuff away, which is pretty annoying. Get them, guys, get them! How good are these ships, by? I have no idea. Well, they seem to be winning anyway. Get rid of them. Oh, this is a destroyer. This is a pretty big ship. Raiders are withdrawn. Oh, they stole. If you see here, we did kill the raiders, but they managed to escape with all those resources, so it's pretty annoying. Come on, guys. I want you to kill the enemy. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, by the way, this is the HP bar here. So you've got shields, armor, and hull. As they get damage, you can see right now, because the armor and hull, armor and shields have disappeared. Every time they take damage now, they actually lose components. So you can literally just get the reactor turned off, or you can get like the hyperdrive turned off, that kind of thing. Like right now. So you can pretty much just accidentally hit the enemy's main place in the ship and they just blow up sometimes. It's pretty cool. This ship is scared though. This ship is super dead. Wait guys, where are you going? Oh, they're going to attack more pirates. Okay, fair enough. Wait guys, do you have assault pods? I can ask this ship to go and capture. I don't know if they will. Whatever, it'll be fine. Anyway, as that battle's going on, this is why I declared war on the pirates, because we actually have some defenses here. Hopefully we'll be fine, but we'll have to see. Now, I would build my own defenses, but we haven't got technology yet for armor plating or shield, so we're still in a bit in the dark, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Kill them. Destroy them all. Good job, guys. Good job. Cool. That's going on. I'm going to quickly check here. We're looking pretty good. We need more research labs. I do need to get myself some more other stuff, though. We'll get that very shortly. Okay, so what do we want to try and do next, then? So, as we've got a lot of money right now, because I think civilians are buying ships off me. What's here, by the way? Oh, cool. Yeah, so what's happened here is, I just noticed there's a pirate base in my own system, and it's guarding a bunch of derelict ships that have been just abandoned over the years. These ships are all quite advanced, I think. They've all got like some pretty crazy... They've got Sentinel, multi-beam defenses, railguns, atomic devastators. If I manage to actually destroy the starbase, I could probably go over here and actually try and like repair these ships and use them in my own army, if I wanted to. If I can get there. That's the question there. If I can actually get there and actually get them safe. Because that starbase is very powerful. So you see kind of how powerful it is. It's got 2,164 DPS, or like damage strength. If you compare it to my ship, it has 106. I would need 20 or 25 of these just to go and fight that thing, which is not really going to work out for me. So we might need to get that a bit later in the game when we get some more stuff going. What I'll do for now, though, is I've got all this money, I will buy myself more ships and stuff. So we'll get myself 3 more exploration ships, and we'll get 4 construction ships. Now, unfortunately, because I didn't do it earlier, I've only got 1 construction ship running around doing stuff, so we haven't got that much economy set up yet. But by expanding that by 4 extra ships, we should hopefully be able to expand a lot quicker. Also, has anyone explored the galaxy yet? No. There are some ships flying around, but that's because they're just mining the location we already found before. But apart from that, we haven't explored anywhere. Actually, how do I know where this is? I must have found like a map or something, because I'm not sure why I know why this is here. A bit random, but it is what it is, I guess. In fact, what are my ships doing, everybody? Oh, they're still exploring my actual home system. There's a lot of things they got to explore. They not only got to explore the planets and moons and stuff, they've also got to explore the asteroids as well. And there's a lot of asteroids. You can see 2 of the ships here exploring asteroids, so it might take a while to get those guys sorted out over there. There's more pirate ships. Oh no. Where's my fleet? Guys, what are you doing? Guys? Guys? They don't care? Okay, well, I will take direct control. I care about my guys getting blown up. Unfortunately, as mentioned before, though, as my mining bases have no defenses, they have no way of stopping this pirate at all. Get them. Destroy them. Cool. They're gone, they're gone. I would say good job, guys, but you literally ran away. You weren't even helping. What kind of defense fleet are you? Okay, that's good. They held them off. They held them off. Okay, so that's happening. What do we want to try and do? So we got those guys sorted out. I kind of want to try and get my guys to start exploring elsewhere, but of course we have to wait for them to finish exploring their system first, and it might take a bit of time. So I guess in the meantime, I'm going to keep on saving up money, and I'll keep building more and more exploration ships. I'll probably go to like 20, I think, just to explore faster. Look at all these little ships around here. So I mentioned earlier about the civilian economy. As time does go on, it will get more and more busy. Like, this is my homeland now. Look at all these ships flying around doing stuff. It's really immersive, having all these different ships doing different things. I think it's really cool. What am I trying to do? Research is in a few years. Let's speed it up, shall we? I'm also going to get myself medical systems and recreation systems. And I think transport, commerce bays. I'll explain these as they come in. I'm not just going to overlook them. We'll get this stuff as well. Done. So that's just some basic, I just queue some basic like starting tech, which helps your economy. Because the more money you have incoming, the plus 504, the more you can spend on like increasing population growth in your cities. And also you can boost your research as well faster with more money as well. Ooh, I'll take that. We're finding quite a lot of the stuff, by the way. If I go over here, we're finding quite a few random like resources. Now each resource has its own thing. Silicon, for instance, is just a construction resource. It's just used to build things. But this, for instance, Danfer Fur is actually a luxury resource. If you bring this to your planet, it will increase the planet's development by 4%. What that means, let me try and explain that quickly. If I go back here, a planet has a development level, and that improves the happiness of your population. The more happiness your population has, the more the AI will tax them to get you money. So it's kind of like a hand-in-hand thing. The more development you have, the more happiness you have, the more money you can make. So it kind of goes in that way. So the more resources you have as well, the richer you're going to be. So it kind of promotes you being a big boy with loads of different resources and trading with other nations and stuff like that. Also as well, you can actually customize what the AI does with the tax rate. I've automated taxes myself because I'm not a taxi lad, to be honest. But I've told it for large colonies, which this is, to be around 5 happiness. Where other ones are 20 happiness and the small ones are 50 happiness. So happiness pretty much like, it kind of like improves like, well, the happiness. But also it makes it more likely that people will migrate from unhappy colonies to those colonies. So it kind of promotes like population migration and stuff like that. You guys are going to go and defend that place right now. They're not going to defend the place. I'll do it myself again. It's not a problem. Kill this pirate ship. I have no idea why they don't want to defend my land, because normally they do, but it is what it is, I guess. Actually, I'll tell you what, it might be better if I don't have a fleet at all. Oh, that ship's dead. they killed it. Good job, guys, good job. I'm going to disband this fleet. Yes, disband the fleet and they'll do their own thing. So this would mean that they fight individually, but they should have AI take control of them to do different things. So why are you shooting nothing? What are you guys doing? So those guys should now spread out, guard my nearby locations, patrol my systems, and escort my ships. So it should be kind of the same thing as having a fleet, but we'll see. Anyway, so they're doing that now. Ooh, it's happening. Oh, that's a pioneer ship, sorry. I'm trying to... my guys still must be exploring this first system. We need more ships. That's what we need. Where are they? Build another 10 exploration ships. Yes. The quicker we explore, the quicker we can expand. Yeah, because I got like, what, 7 exploration ships right here, just in this asteroid belt. They're finished eventually. It's just taking some time. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. So also, We'll wait a bit longer, but then we'll start trying to look into building our own military ships as well. Because I would prefer to have my own ships and pirate ships to set my systems. Also, as I can, I'm also going to look into getting basic colonization tech. Have we got any colonies we can get yet? No. What we do in theory, we can colonize Roshakio. Whatever that says, I have no idea. Which has suitability of humans +3. Correlation, by the way, it's not very good. This homeworld is +42 suitability. So that's a pretty bad planet. This is only just compatible with my race. I would not recommend getting it if you have better choices. So we'll leave that alone for now. Ooh. Now they're defending each other. Perfect. Nice. Now, unlike other games like Solaris, by the way, pirates are their own thing. They're not just magically spawning in with when you get like a revolt limit or anything. They actually they have their own pirate base somewhere. They actually build their own ships. They have their own resources, and the resources they take from you go back to their pirate clan to build more ships. So, like I said, pirates can become very dangerous if you're not careful. I actually had a game where they kept capturing my ships, and they captured 20 of my small ships, and they had a giant armada, and it was awesome. They were just running around, wiping everybody out. It was pretty cool. So, I kind of want to avoid that again, to be honest. So, wait, why is there 2 pirate outposts in my system? That's just ridiculous. I don't know why I'm sounding like everybody. There's literally 2 pirate bases in my homeland. Kill him, guys. Kill him. Good job. Good job. Cool. Okay, so I've actually just got some tech which is pretty, I think, helpful. It shows us starting the game out. You might not realize what they do. I've just researched medical and recreation systems. So these are kind of like a bonus to your starports. If you put those components inside a starport above a planet, it would actually help the population inside it, making it more happy. And as I explained earlier, more happiness, more money. So I'm actually going to go into a ship designer, and we're going to quickly upgrade the starport to have these new systems. So I'm going to quickly add in, where is it? Medical facility and recreation facility. Now, on top of that as well, the recreation facility actually gives you +5% maintenance debuff on all your designs, which is really handy. And the medical facility actually increases, what does that do? It reduces damage reduction. But also, it helps your colony be protected against like plagues and stuff as well. So if you get a plague, it'll help you more if you have a medical facility above it. So it's actually too big to design right now by like 20. So we're going to get rid of some stuff. Let's get rid of some missiles. No, cannons. Get rid of the cannons. Wait, what's happening? Defect. Oh, it's the same name. It's fine. I'll just call it the Keep. Done. Upgrade. So you'll see in a second, when this is finished, we'll see we get more money from this place. So I'll keep this open here. Right now we're making... Oh, has it already done it? Oh, finished. That was a quick upgrade. Wait, no, it's not. Why are we getting so much money all of a sudden? We must have just got an important resource and at our home base, because we just went up by like 7,000 income there for some reason. I'll take it. As I mentioned before, though, as more resources come in from abroad, you will get more money just from your population being happier. When this is finished, you'll see as well, there it is, the bottom 2 green bits, the medical facilities increase happiness, and so does recreation facilities. So as I mentioned, it gives you more money from that as well. So now we've gone from plus like 500 income to plus 8,000 in the last few seconds, which is pretty handy. Because that will go into some other stuff. So if you have a lot of money, you don't need to keep spending it, you can just wait. So for instance, if I go to economy right here, it actually uses your bonus money to fund colony growth on your planets and also increase your research. So I don't know what it was before. I think it was only like 2% growth rate. It's doubled my growth rate with my current income, which should mean we get more money quicker because we have a higher growth rate. So it's just it's a good system. I think it's pretty awesome. Ah, cool. Nice. So the explorers are starting to explore the universe now. As they do that, we will start sending out scouts and construction ships to build mining bases, and like people will start just moving between systems and trading, which is really cool. What I'm going to do in the interim now, though, because we've actually found the enemy pirate base, which is 1,000 strong. I reckon we can kill that if we get a proper ship going. So all I'm going to focus on now after we do these 4 techs here, I'm going to ask my researchers try and get myself some military stuff. So I'm going to ask it to research a frigate, which is the next size up from the escort. And also we're going to try and get it to get... wait, has a frigate got any hangar bays? No, it does not. Okay. I'm going to ask it to research basic railguns and also enhanced missiles. This might take some time though, because it's quite far away, but I think these techs are more important, but we'll explain them as they come through anyway. The next tech I'm researching right now, by the way, is the Commerce Center, which gives you a bonus for trading. Now, we haven't found anybody yet, but it's handy to have it. So if someone wants to come and buy stuff from me, I get more money from that trade instead of from before. We'll do that as soon as we can. What I'm going to say, everybody, I'm actually going to end the episode here today because I'm kind of recording it in the same day I'm releasing it. So I changed my mind in the morning. So I hope that everybody has enjoyed this episode. I'll be releasing another one well, tomorrow and probably over the weekend as well. I'm not sure how long I'm going to do the series for. I just want to do a quick, like, pre-release series just to show off the game in its glory. So I actually really love the game. I'll put the description in the... There's a link to the Steam page in the description. It might even be out by the time you're watching this video. So if it is, make sure you give it a shot on Steam. You may like it. Like I said, it's a very in-depth strategy game, which is definitely up my streak, but I know it's not for everybody, but I absolutely love the depth this game has. Apart from that, hope you've enjoyed. As always, please like, subscribe, and comment below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.